All right, everybody. Good late afternoon. The injury report for Tuesday is out, and it's not all bad, but I don't think you can call this one good, right? Like, good would mean that some of your star players are making positive progress that we just didn't see. So I'm just going to go ahead and lead with it. This is not something that I'm feeling great about right now. There is a little bit of good news here. But for the most part, it's looking like a little bit of a slog going into Thursday night football. This is not the week we needed to be playing on Thursday night. So latest reports from Brady Henderson here. I saw it from like 8 other people too. So this is the report. This is what we got. And I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in on the stuff from today. The did not participate list did not move, and that's what we needed right now. Look, Uchenna Nwosu being out, we all knew that. That's nothing. We already knew the score there, right? So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Murphy either. Murphy is not going to play this week. That was pretty obvious yesterday. Did not participate. That doesn't really faze me because it was clear from McDonald's comments that it was a trying to win the lottery to get him to play. So hopefully next week. But Derek Hall and Reek Woolen, and I should note, we didn't actually have a full practice today. We had a walkthrough. So this is an estimate. So it's not like they actually didn't practice, but it's not believed they would have practiced if there was a practice. Derek Hall, Reek Woolen. So if you are trying to get those guys on the field in like 48 hours and they're not practicing or not expected to be able to practice now, that's yeah, that's bad. And straight up, I don't know how we survive this, right? Like we can survive not having Nwosu, I guess, because we did for the first 4 games, maybe 3 games if you want to discount Lions. But now you're missing Derek Hall, so you're down to one stud pass rusher off the edge, right? And you're missing Murphy. And then you add in Woolen, who's probably been our best defensive player so far this year. I don't know what you do. Like this is tough to overcome, man. It's hard for me to be optimistic right now looking down the barrel of a defense that is already on their back foot, and now you're taking away so much of what makes them capable of being better, capable of doing well. So this alone really drags everything else down. There is some good news otherwise, but man, this is tough. Julian Love remains a limited participant with the hamstring injury, but no doubt in my mind he's going to play. He was limited yesterday. If he doesn't play this week, that would be very strange. So I think Love is fine. And everybody else was actually promoted to full participation from the limited list. If you look at this, like you got Boye Mafe going from limited to full. So if there's one positive thing really right now, Boye Mafe looks like he's 100% or as close to 100% as you can expect him to be. So if he doesn't play this week, that would be very strange. And then I would start having some real questions about what the heck is going on in the doctor's room at the VMAC. So Boye Mafe, good to go. Pharaoh Brown went from limited to full. So he's very close to being all the way back. It looks like they're not even listing him with a foot injury anymore. It's a groin injury. So maybe we can start getting positive stuff out of him because he has been really a non-factor so far. Rayshon Jenkins went from limited to full with his hand injury. Now, the hand injury still exists, and there was never any doubt he was going to go this week. But the problem is that he's out there with the hand injury that makes it really hard for him to tackle. So I don't know if that's good news, but it's not bad news. I'll put it to you that way. So we did get some movement from limited to full, which we like. The full participation list basically all stayed full. Noah Fant, full participant yesterday and today. DK Metcalf, full participant yesterday and today. That hand injury, it's probably not going away anytime soon, but he can play through it, no problem. Brady Russell, full participant both days. Laviska Chenault Jr., full participant both days. Same for Jonathan Hankins, same for Leonard Williams. The one really notable thing in this category would be Cameron Young has now fully participated in practice for 2 straight days, and we might need him. So don't be shocked if he's getting the call up this week. I don't think we would have wanted to do that. I think we'd prefer not to do that. But with Murphy out, we need something up there that can work, right? We need something up front that can at least give us a handful of snaps. So it's not all bad, but there's enough bad to where you're just scratching your head right now. And you know that McDonald's going to have to cook up something special to make that game go on Thursday night. And you didn't see anything special cooked up these last couple weeks, and you're like, okay, come on, earn your money, man. Come on. We know you can do it. You did it in Baltimore. Do it here. So, I mean, boy, Mafe, we're getting him back. That's as excited as I can be. Okay, so Niners side of things, it doesn't look as bad, but remember, they have previous injuries. So we got Nick Wagoner on X here with the anticipated participation report for the Niners from earlier today. Now, this isn't officially what happened because the Niners, like the Seahawks, are not really having practices this week because of the game being right around the corner. But looking at what they imagine would have happened if they did practice, you've got Hufanga. We already knew about that. He's out. He's not going to play. Demetrius Flanagan fouls. Another day of not being able to practice. Probably not going to play. Not a huge part of that defense, but worth noting. Jake Moody, we know he's out. It was said right after the game on Sunday that he's going to miss some time. So the Niners already signed a backup kicker. And Jordan Elliott also, DNP, projected, probably not going to be able to play. They do have some limited players, but you would expect them to be able to play. Charvarius Ward, limited. We know he's going to go, though. He needs to get out there and get after Metcalf. You know he loves that matchup. You know he lives for going up against receivers like DK Metcalf. Chris Conley made progress, back to limited. Looks like he'll be at least available. Not that he plays that much. George Kittle, Fred Warner, Jair Brown, also all limited. You would expect them all to be able to play. Although it is a quick turnaround, so anything's possible, I guess. It's not too bad on that Niners side, but remember, McCaffrey out, Dre Greenlaw out, Hargrave out. Those are the ones that are really hurting them. The ones that aren't even listed here because the injuries are so old and so obviously significant. So the Niners are beat up as heck too. I still just, if they can find a way to overcome this, then that's impressive. I'll put it to you that way. And while the Niners have their own problems, I think the Seahawks are going to have a harder time filling the gaps in this week than the Niners are. Because the Niners have been filling in those gaps for a while, right? They filled in the Christian McCaffrey gap fairly well with Jordan Mason. They haven't been able to fully replace Dre Greenlaw, but they have some guys out there that are pretty good, that know how to play, that can perform at least decently. I don't know if we have that. Travis Gibson has not shown that he can perform decently in replacement of these other edge players. All right, so hopefully better news tomorrow, but it's not looking great. I'm not going to be defeatist yet. I'm not going to be super down on this team right now. I'm not going to be just like, oh, this is hopeless. I don't think it is, but this is daunting, and I'm going to be real about that too. All right, see you guys later. Go Hawks. Maybe another video later today. If not, see you guys on Twitch tonight. See you guys tomorrow. More videos. Remember, the Hawks Nest stream is going to be tomorrow afternoon. A little bit of a switch up because of the Thursday game. See you guys later.